Hey gang, welcome to the channel. My name is Andy. If you're watching this video, that means I've sold my 991. Okay, so you may be thinking, what do you mean sold your 991? I mean, this is the car that on this very channel I said was actually incredibly fun. It's incredibly fun. It's a car that I said, what an amazing car. What an amazing car. Well, the truth is there's a couple of reasons I've sold the car. It's a very hot market right now. I want to talk about the car's suitability for the kind of driving that I do, and also I have my 964, and for whatever reason I just feel more connected to that car than I do this car. So let's break that down a little bit. So I bought the car in August last year, and I certainly didn't buy it as an investment. In fact, if anything, I thought, given the car's age, it's a 2012 model, it would probably depreciate over time. But you know what they say, a rising tide lifts all boats. The Porsche market over the last 12 months has obviously just gone through the roof, and that doesn't only apply to the classics and the air-cooled cars. Even cars like the 991 have actually seen an increase in values. So the market's hot, and I figure it's probably a pretty good time to sell, because for the first time in my life I can sell a car and make some money on that car. So another reason that I'm moving the car is the kind of driving that we do here in the hills around Melbourne and more broadly Victoria. There's lots of different types of roads that we drive. On the big open sweepers, the sort of medium tight roads and that type of thing, this car is spectacular. The grip is phenomenal. The speed that you can carry is incredible. It really does everything you could ask of it. But a lot of the roads we drive are much tighter and more technical, and on those roads I personally do find the size and weight of the car is something that I can notice. So when I'm in my 964, even within the confines of a single lane, I can actually change my line to open the corner up. Whereas in this car, on those tighter, twistier roads, you really do, you're kind of just jammed in the middle of the lane, and that's all the space you have to use. So yeah, I find on those tighter, more technical roads that we so often drive here, that the size and weight of the car is just something that I'm actually conscious of. The other thing is that because my 964 isn't my daily driver, it means I'm able to just enjoy that car for what it is, a special occasion car. Whereas with this, what I've tried to do is make it fill double duty, so be my daily driver and my occasional weekend car. And in all honesty, I probably haven't really committed to that. As a car to do my daily commute to work in, this is actually beautiful. I really enjoy getting into it, particularly at the end of the day. It's a beautiful place to be. But there are times where I need to lug camera equipment for my work, or I want to carry my mountain bike or shuttle some friends with mountain bikes, and doing that sort of stuff in a 911, it just hasn't quite filled that role that I need a daily driver car to fill. And then as a special occasion car, I just mostly grab the keys for the 964. And that brings me to probably the final reason that I decided to sell the car. I just haven't felt a magic connection with this car. It's not the car's fault, it's just me. For whatever reason, whilst I've loved it and can acknowledge on so many levels that it is an exceptional motor car, for whatever reason, this car and me, we just haven't connected. I think if I'd done some things to make the car feel more unique and more like my own, I think that might have helped me connect with it a little bit more. For me, having my old classic car, there's something about the sounds, the smells, the rituals, the way it drives that in most instances will see me reaching for the keys for that car versus this. I should say as well that whilst I'm selling the car, I have had the opportunity to create some fantastic memories in it. Probably the best thing I did in it, the thing I'll remember the most and most fondly, is my son and I went away for a couple of days in the car earlier this year, and we drove a mix of beautiful twisty roads, but then country B roads and country highways. And as a car to do that job, you know, to hit twisties in the mountains, to throw a bunch of gear in, and then to effortlessly and comfortably dispatch hundreds and hundreds of kilometers of country highway, I actually can't think of a better car for that purpose. It's just fantastic. And my son and I had such a great weekend. We had such a great time away, spent so many great moments in the car, even managed to do a session at a track day, which we had no intention of doing. It was just a pure fluke. So the car really played its role absolutely perfectly that weekend, and I'll always actually be grateful that I had the car for that experience with him. You know, that's a beautiful memory that I'll take with me. Is this the last 991 I'll ever own? Am I saying I'd never buy another 991? Not at all. Never say never. Do I think they're an incredible car? Yeah, absolutely. I will miss that though. Oof. I'll miss the lightning fast shifts. I'll miss the sound of that naturally aspirated flat six, 3.8 litres, 400 horsepower booming behind me, the sports exhaust. Yeah, they're things I'll definitely miss. This PDK, don't let people tell you that driving a PDK car isn't fun. It is freaking great. I'm such a huge fan of PDK, so I'm definitely going to miss that without doubt. So what do you think? Am I crazy for selling my 991? Do you own a 991? Are you just banging your head against the wall saying, "What's Andy doing?" Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification button. As always, thank you so much for spending some time with me, and I'll see you on the next one.